Dittom, kitakatam takadikutari kitakata dittom, kitakatam takadikutari kitataka dittom, kitakatam takadikutari kitataka talangudin taddin, talangudin taddin. Hello, welcome to today's episode of our Balanced Lifestyle and Balanced Lifestyle Leads to Positive Life series. I'm Sudhi Seshachala from Siridhania Millet Planet, and I'm delighted to have my young friend Arjun Mukund with us today. Arjun is a young spiritual enthusiast from the Woodlands, and he'll be sharing his inspiring journey with us. So where are we today? Before we begin, let's explore the significance of the gut-brain axis that we discussed a few episodes back. It is the bidirectional communication pathway between the gut and the brain, playing a vital role in digestion, metabolism, immune function, and mental well-being. In addition to maintaining a healthy diet, it is equally important to nurture mental well-being. Practices like positive thinking, meditation, and embarking on a spiritual journey can contribute to a balanced lifestyle and balanced mind. Arjun will shed light on his spiritual path and practices he follows. Now let's dive into interactive Q&A session with Arjun. Hey Arjun, very nice to see you. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So before we get in, could you please introduce yourself and tell us about what you do now?
Yeah, so as you mentioned earlier, my name is Arjun Mukund. I'm currently going to the 11th grade. I go to Grand Oaks High School. So let me share a little about myself. So from a young age, my parents really influenced me to keep learning, as there's a lot to learn and a lot to appreciate. I started playing tennis from a young age. I wasn't very athletic at first, but with persevering and working hard, I was able to get pretty good, and I was able to make varsity in high school. When I was young too, I started my musical journey. I originally started with piano, and then when I got into middle school, I started playing the violin. I made state in high school, and that was a pretty big achievement for me. So at the same time, around probably fifth or sixth, I started my Hindustani classical musical journey. So I was really inspired by Pandit Jasraj Ji's. My parents took me to a concert when I was pretty young, and ever since I got to witness him, I've been a student of the art. I'm also learning Hindustani violin, which is pretty rare and unique, as it's generally predominantly given importance to in the Carnatic form. So this is a little bit about me.
And the Hindustani violin is a little hard as well, right? Hindustani in general is
Yes,
very hard, right?
yes, it's extremely determined on your creativity.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
And uh, how did you embark on your spiritual journey? What inspired you to explore this path?
So I wouldn't say this is always like a self-explored path. See, as a child, I would oftentimes put kumkum and turmeric on the god idols in the puja room. And being a rather hyper child, my parents picked up on this, and they decided, let's sit him down and teach him a little bit about our culture. It didn't always start with learning scriptures. So in the beginning, it really started with them reading to me the great epics. So there's a saying, to involve people at the deepest level, you need stories. So they really started reading to me the great Indian epics. And then eventually we moved on to learning small slokams and other scriptures. But it is not a self-embarked journey, for sure. My parents really had to sit me down, though at times I would make a fuss. They sat me down and really tried to spread a culture. Then COVID-19 hit, right? Though it was a tough time for everyone, it was one of the rare opportunities that society really got to spend large amount of time with family. During this time, with obviously a lot of free time to spare, uh, I really started learning and reading a lot about our culture, spirituality, and during this time, I got to learn and appreciate our great culture. The thing that I truly fell in love with was the meanings behind all the rituals we do. I'm a big believer in the fact that we shouldn't do blind rituals and we should understand the deeper meanings. One thing I'd really like to say is learning is really tough at first. Whatever the subject might be, in the beginning, it's extremely new and it's extremely weird It may be weird to you. But like with any subject, the more time you spend with it, the more it grows on you, and the more your love for the specific subject and thing grows on
I see. And how long has the spiritual path benefit? I mean, how has the spiritual path benefited you and in your personal growth and overall well-being?
you. Yeah. So see, as humans, we have certain core values. See, in today's society, it might be family, job, education, and then religious beliefs. I like to look at this as a table. See, in today's globalized pop culture, we have a heavy emphasis on the first three, being family, job, and education, but not as profound or as deep of a push towards following religion and belief systems, right? And spirituality. In order to be balanced, one has to have all four of these different values. A table can't be balanced if even one of the legs are missing, right? So people must really understand that religion and spirituality, as well as belief systems, play a very vital part in um, human core values and existence. Uh, Religion in general really gives you a sense of belonging and identity. In today's world where everyone is kind of put in the same boat, right? We're all going to work, going to think. We kind of lose our identities. We lose what make us special. And this is where religion and beliefs are able to push those barriers down and really make as individuals shine. So this is why I say religion and spirituality has really allowed me to have a balanced life, as the screen says, the balanced lifestyle, right? So it's extremely key to have a balanced lifestyle, and spirituality has really enabled me to do this.
Okay. That's great to hear. Great to hear.
Yeah.
And I'm learning wisdom from you. I'm almost hitting. I'm in mid 45s, and I'm learning wisdom from you. Thank you so much. For those who are interested in starting their spiritual journey, what advice or guidance would you offer them?
So, like I mentioned earlier, any subject at first is tough. The thing that really makes you great is when you stick through it, right? Stick through the tough parts, and then you'll really find your true love and appreciation for any subject that you do. So, the couple things I'd like to bring to attention. The first thing is, I really want to tell people, people of my age generally are not proud of the traditions that we have, and generally try to go away from anything that has to do with our cultures. With today's globalized culture, it is extremely important to embrace our culture. See what our forefathers have been following, and for thousands of years, really is what our identity is made out of. So, the first thing I'd like to tell people is understand and try to keep up and embrace your traditions. The second thing I'd like to say is for people to ask questions. Try to avoid following blind rituals. Ask your friends, family, elders, whoever you can to understand the meaning behind rituals. See, questioning has been the growth. It's been the basis for human growth,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
With
Yeah, absolutely.
without having question, without have people having questioned society or even small matters for that instance, we wouldn't be where we are today. So questioning is key, right? A lot of times people try to shy away questions because they may not know the answer. But ask as many questions to as many people as you want. No one is going to think any less of you because you ask questions. The third thing I want to bring is to try to learn your native language. See, in today's world, people are shying away and trying to focus heavily on English. But native languages have been around for a long time too. And languages have the medium to connect you with community and friends and family. The moment you connect with community, you open your doors to a big world out there. Also, with this, when you learn your native language, you're able to be exposed to the vast array of religious literature and not necessarily religious too, but just literature in general, which give us a better understanding of our culture, beliefs, and religion. And the final thing I'd want to bring to attention is understand the meaning behind festivals. See, we as people have a lot of different festivals. No matter the religion, we celebrate a vast number of festivals. But for example, we celebrate Diwali, Holi, throwing crackers and colors respectively, but we fail to understand the deeper meaning. Most people are unable to explain even 5 to 10 seconds about the deeper meaning of why we do this. There's a reason behind everything. See, every culture has a greater reason and meaning behind everything they follow. So, as I mentioned earlier, ask questions, ask people, as questioning is extremely important, and I can't stress the importance of this. And see, if you can do some of these things or even all of these things, it'll really knock down doors, and it'll help you keep traditions alive, help you embrace your culture, and be part of your community, which is extremely important in today's world.
Oh, thank you so much for it. I think this is going to be, as I said several times before, this is going to be a start of a bunch of series with you. And this is just a start preview on what is forthcoming in the video series or the podcast series. Viewers, thank you for tuning in. Stay tuned to uncover more wisdom and insights from Arjun. And Arjun, thank you so much. God bless you, man. I think you are fabulous. I'm very
Thank you
impressed.
so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, welcome to today's episode of our Balanced Lifestyle and Balanced Lifestyle Leads to Positive Life series. I'm Sudhi Seshachala from Siridhania Millet Planet, and I'm delighted to have my young friend Arjun Mukund with us today. Arjun is a young spiritual enthusiast from the Woodlands, and he'll be sharing his inspiring journey with us. So where are we today? Before we begin, let's explore the significance of the gut-brain axis that we discussed a few episodes back. It is the bidirectional communication pathway between the gut and the brain, playing a vital role in digestion, metabolism, immune function, and Dittam, Kidatakatam Takatikutar Dittam, Kidatakatam Takatikutar Talango Dintadin, Dittam, Kidatakatam Takatikutar Talango Dintadin, Dittam, Kidatakatam Takatikutar Talango Dintadin, Talango Dintad Talango Di, Talango Dintad Talango Di, Talango Dintad Talango Di.